Good morning, everybody. Hello. Hey, it's Becky from Power Tools with Thread. You're in our Stitchuation room. This is a Monday through Friday virtual stitching retreat, 8 to 9 a.m. Central. And I hope I can inspire you to put something under the needle, while you guys hang out with me in my sewing room. Hello, everybody in the chat. Yeah, hi, Vicki. Great to see everybody. So nice to meet you guys and see you here this morning. Here's Miss Frito. She's down here. Where's she at? There's the cute dog. She's like, Mom, where's my biscuits? When you start talking, I get biscuits. Where are they? Hi, Nancy. Let me tilt this way so maybe we can get a peek at there she is. There's my Frito. Yes, that's my good girl. You ready for your Dave biscuits? There you go. These are some little treats from Bucky's that Dave sent her. Yeah, he's president of your fan club, isn't he? Yes, good girl. Yeah, right. And we'll give you a little stick so you can go brush your teeth. Rawhide with chicken, you guys. There you go. Ah, be gone. Good girl. Even on the road, we have a routine, don't we? Yeah, she's got that down. Well, hello from Melbourne, Australia. Great to see you. Glad you are here. Oh, my goodness. And Seattle, Washington. Everybody, we've got folks here from coast to coast. Great to see you guys. There is an annoying website that is bothering me. I have to click the X. There, it's gone. You notice that Jelly Rolls to Go is on a break. Did you overtax her? That is entirely possible. Did she shut down her store? I called her yesterday because after I had shown the 2 kits that I picked up at her shop, and her shop is her home. She doesn't have a storefront. But after I got those 2 kits from her, I called her and said, hey, you're going to have orders. And it might have been a lot. So she she's on medication. It's a thickening of the wall in the heart or something like that. And so she runs out of breath really easily. And she had one of those chairs installed that go up and down the stairs. So she has to take it easy, right? She can't go up and down the stairs anymore. Well, her shop's in the basement. So she got that chair thing to take her down there. But I appreciate you guys doing that. She probably shut it down so she can get some orders out and not, it's Peggy's birthday. Is that right? Not birthday, anniversary. Awesome. That's wonderful. Congratulations. So, but you know what? That is what keeps her going. She still loves it. She did come downstairs into the basement, and it's a beautiful basement. It's finished. It has a big patio door that goes out into side of a mountain. It's just gorgeous. Her house is up on a side of a mountain. And we call it the basement. I guess you could call it the ground floor, right? But anyway, that is what keeps her going. And she loves embroidery. She's a phenomenal embroiderer. And so she really enjoys it, but she just has to pace herself. So anyway, awesome. Oh, Peggy, you missed Frito. Sorry. She is busy with her stick right now. Oh my goodness, you guys. Yesterday was one of those days that happens that you don't expect, right? So we just finished here with you and I at about 8 a.m. And no, ma'am. She was nosing the trash can. We have to nip that in the bud immediately. I think Daddy threw a plate that had some bacon in the microwave on it. She was over there nosing at it. We have to say no. So we had just finished up here and we started to smell something that smelled like an electrical fire or plastic melting or something like that. And Keith was like, is it the dryer? Because remember, I was doing laundry yesterday. So I said, I don't think so. We went into that back bathroom, into the master bathroom where the washer and dryer are, no problem. And the smell got less, so it wasn't the dryer. And then we come out here and it was really strong in this half bath here right off the kitchen, but it was just strong and we couldn't figure out what it was. We did have some trouble. So this motorhome has 3 air conditioners on it. So we have the front, the middle, and the rear. Well, the middle one was making a whole bunch of noise the last couple of days we were up in Colorado. And oh my gosh, y'all, all my bottles of like hairspray and everything has just shrunk coming down from that 6,000 feet down to 2. It's so funny. Anyway, so it's like getting off an airplane, isn't it? Anyway, so it had been making like weird noises. And sure enough, right after we finished here, it must have been about 8:30 or 9 o'clock. And Keith said, see, the AC cycled off. And I went and looked, and the thermostat was completely off. And I said, oh no, that's bad. We've been on this train before, and we know what it's like. But so long story short, there was a fuse that blew in the thermostat inside in here in this little cabinet. And the reason the thermostat blew was because there was a flux capacitor up in the air conditioner that melted. And that's what we were smelling. Whatever the name of that is. Y'all know what I mean, right? It's a flux capacitor. So called all around, and trying to get an RV repair on the spot is very difficult. So I want to tell you guys, if you are ever in need of mobile RV repair in Kansas, all right, because Kansas is kind of a dead zone for RV repair, surprisingly, because the interstate runs right through it. But our RV front desk, the park we're at, their front desk recommended Skip and Sons. And he was on a job in another small town and came over here in the afternoon. 2 guys, Remington and Sam, and they were up on top and running all over town and finding parts and pieces and doing whatever they needed to do. So the young one, who is the son, Sam is an employee, and the young one, he's only 22, you guys, and he is a go-getter. So anyway, we were like, do we have to buy another air conditioner? He said, I wouldn't buy another air conditioner. You're going to be able to replace the parts. So, but what that did was that started a series of problems, right? So first the thing melted, the flux capacitor melted, and then the thermostat fuse fried. Of course, it's a hard to find fuse. They had them at Ace. And then once those got running, whatever happened, the third one in the back quit working. That needs another part. Yes, we are from Back to the Future, Debbie. Yes, exactly. Joyce looks like she has history with them. Yes, they are wonderful repair guys. Yeah. So once that third one went out, it needed a new flux capacitor too. It's not the condenser. It's a different thing. And they don't make them anymore because this is a 2011. They make a new one. He's got to order it on Amazon. And then we leave today. Today is a travel day. And we are going to, we're visiting friends in Manhattan, Kansas, which is in East Kansas, about 3 hours away. But we're staying in a little town just east of there called Wamego. Well, this young man should get the part Sunday or Monday. Monday's the 21st, and we're leaving the 21st to go to Hamilton so I can go to Missouri Star. So when the part comes in, he's going to drive to Wamego and fix it for us. Awesome. It's amazing. So, yeah, it's just incredible, but he's all excited. Well, if I go to Wamego, I can go golfing. He's got the plan already, you know. But anyway, so yeah, quite the hot day yesterday, which spurred some things, right? So I went to Eclectic Quilts, which is brand new shop in Hayes. They just opened in February. And I took my camera around and did some video shoots and whatnot. So that's kind of cool. Got to be with them. Matter of fact, I might be able to bring up our picture that we took of the three of us. It is Jean and Amanda, and they are friends who opened this small business together in Hayes, is what it is. Let me get the picture come up here. And there we go. That's nice. So let me share my my screen with you guys. Adorable little store, very quaint. Let me do share screen. So yeah, another little gem of a store you guys would not find. It's in downtown Hayes. This is it. So this is Amanda. Okay, she is a quilter and a long armor. And then this one over here in the corner is Jean, and she cuts fabric and runs the register and whatnot, all things, stocking and all that. So it's Eclectic Quilts, and it says established 2025. They just opened in February. Very nice, young ladies. Yes, it's a good thing. You know, if your air conditioner goes out, what are you going to do? You're going to go to the quilt store, right? That's the thing to do. So, oh, Debbie, you're not going to make Missouri Star. Well, we're going to be there late anyway. So I was hoping to be there like early afternoon after we pull into the RV park, and then go to Missouri Star the 21st and the 22nd. And then we're going to leave on the 23rd and head down to Springfield. But not going to happen. So we're going to, it just depends on when the young man from the RV repair place gets the part in from Amazon, and then he can come over to Wamego and fix it. You'll be there Monday the 21st. Shelly, I'm going to try to find you. I will be there. I will be there hopefully the afternoon of the 21st and all day on the 22nd, wandering around from store to store. I haven't told them I'm coming. It's not a thing. It's just me shopping, you guys. I realized this morning I did not bring a 24-inch scan and cut mat with me. So the Prairie Days kit to start the scanning is going to have to wait until I get down to Sean's Sewing Center in Springfield, and then I'll get a 24-inch mat from them. Then I'll be able to scan it. I have a 24-inch scanning mat at home. I should probably wait. You know, don't spend the money. But anyway, lots of things. Buy lots of things to show you. I'll show you what I bought yesterday at Eclectic Quilts. I called them eclectic, and she said it's eclectic. I said, I say it Texan. That's why. Okay. So I am a huge fan of Elizabeth Hartman quilts. I just love her style. I think I've only made 2 of them. I gave pandas. I bought a kit for pandas. Yeah. Betty Boop and I both bought the kit for pandas. And I gave that kit to my granddaughter. I don't know if she'll make it, but anyway, she'll make it soon. One day. Let's go with one day. So Elizabeth Hartman put a new quilt out called Happy Halloween, you guys. Isn't that adorable? And again, it comes with, this is a brand new one from her. I need to link to it. I didn't yet. I will. Let me pull it out of the package. I'll link to it. But Eclectic Quilts has one more. Hanging on the wall. They have one more, I think. And then I'm sure you can find them around, but I will link to them below so you can find it. This is just adorable. As usual, this comes, and you can tell these are her gnome patterns and an owl. We've seen these in her other patterns, but cute cats and whatnot. So I don't have my glasses here with me. There is a 34 by 42 small and a 66 by 82 large. Small quilts, just adorable. Little bit of everything here. Margaret says, I got that pattern at a shop hop. I can't decide whether to use solids or prints. Yeah. I'll be honest with you. I am not a huge fan of solids, and I have a bunch of them. So this would be a perfect pattern, right? Perfect pattern. Oh, it's eclectic threads, not eclectic quilts. I'm sorry. Did I misspoke? My apologies. This is Donna. This is a Elizabeth Hartman pattern. I have all of her patterns, and I walked in the store and I saw it and I went, oh, there's one I don't have. So I had to pick it up for sure. So yeah, you could mix it up. I think you're right on that, Jean. You could mix it up with low volume prints, right, in the same colors. That's cute. They have, it's 80 or 90 inch minky backings in that store. So when the video comes out, you see all the colors. They might have them online too. Yeah, big minky backings. So if you don't want to have, if you're making a quilt and you're going to put a minky backing on it, they have a bunch of colors of that, of the 90 inch. I believe it's 90 inch minky. So, how many sew tights do you need for a 12-foot long arm, Barb? A bunch. I think I bought.
Feed your dog?
No, I didn't feed the dog.
Oh.
It's like 80, 40, I think. 40. Well, it depends on how many rails you're going to use, right? Yeah. Okay. So anyway, just want to share that with you guys. And it was a lot of fun. Very nice. Great people. Vicky says hello. Keith is feeding Frito. All right. Today I was going to do some stitching on the crow and pumpkin block for Autumn Love. Let me get Miss Hot Stuff here.
Oh, you're talking about me?
Yes, baby. Of course. Oh my goodness. Something else. I love these little trash cans. Aren't these great? I think this is awesome. I filled it up yesterday. I did do a little bit of stitching. I want to show you guys something too. Yesterday we were stitching, or I was cutting the, or going to show you how to cut. So I made all of my HSTs yesterday for that quilted Christmas tree quilt. Okay. I do not have a 5-inch trimming ruler here with me. So I wanted to show you guys how they used to do it the old school way before all of, yes, Kathy, 2 cans of magnets, right? It's 2 of the 20 bundles. You need 40. Yeah. That'll get you enough for the take up rail and the belly bar at least, right? It's an investment. It's an investment. We'll put it that way. All right. So this is the 6-inch. This is the 6-inch green and white. Okay. I left one undone. You're welcome, Vicki. She says, I got a new ruler. So I'll show you guys. So I've got all of these done and trimmed. Now, I didn't trim them out flat. Okay. I didn't trim them out flat and iron them out, but these measure to 5. So I want to show you, this is hard, okay, because I'm on a weird camera angle here. But I want to show you how to trim these to 5 the old-fashioned way before all of the fancy, expensive acrylic triangle rulers came out. This is a rare thing to hear in our quilting world because everybody wants you to buy those fancy things. But I know we're not all made out of money, right? Plus, sometimes you just don't have one. So, and a 5 is a weird size because most stuff will cut to 1/2. Most trimmers that you find will be 1/2 because of seam allowance, right? So 4.5, 5.5, right? Oops, I dropped one, of course. So I will show you guys how old school. This is how we did it old school. I'll just show you here how I trim this. So you can see that that green one is smaller than the white one, right? So if you do not have one of those fancy triangle rulers to trim to 5. The way you do it is you're going to put, I'll use the dark side. Let me aim this down. Maybe I can show you here in my lap. Okay. So I've got my seam, right? You can see this. Let me do it on the green. I don't know if it's any better on the green or the white. It's on the white. You can see the seam. Okay. So the way you do it is you take a triangle. Now you need a ruler that has numbers on both sides. You need numbers on both sides, at least to 5. At least to 5. So my 5, this is a 6-inch ruler. So my 5 is right here, and my 5 is right here. Y'all know where I'm going with this? All right. So I'm going to take this, and I've got this on my lap. I need something firm. Hold on. Let me get my Steady Betty up underneath this mat. I'm going to show you guys how to cut this. And it feels a little weird at first, but it'll work. I'm looking for glasses. I don't have any. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that number 5, the line, the black line at the number 5, and I'm going to place it just barely over the seam line right here, that number 5. Just barely over that seam line. And then I want to get this number 5 edge just barely over that seam line. And so you kind of have to angle it a little bit to get it right. So this one is just over this 5-inch is just over, I mean like a thread width over the seam line, because that's going to give you the room in the turn of cloth that you need. And then I'm going to put this one. All right. So what I have here, see how there's different widths on each side, but it's exactly that 5 on this one, and over here are just 1 stitch over that seam line. Okay. You like my Bucky shirt? I love Bucky's. So let me redo this. I just bumped it. So just a hair over this one, a thread width, y'all, a thread width, not even a needle width, and a hair over that one. Okay. So now I'm going to cut it. Be brave. It'll be all right. Double check. Bad with my glasses here. Without my glasses. So I'm going to trim in my lap, of all things. Hold on. This isn't right. I bumped it. It's easier when I'm standing up. But I'm on the road, so okay. Just a tiny bit over and a tiny bit over. A thread width, right? Trim. I need a new rotary blade. And don't move it. And trim. This is how we did it before we had all those fancy triangle rulers, y'all. This is how you trimmed. And they make it like some secret, right? Nobody wants to tell you, but this is how it's done. And when you open this up, I'm doing my thumb thing here. You guys, you have a perfect 5-inch square. See that? That's a perfect 5-inch square. Ta-da! How about that? That's how we did it. That's how you save yourself a $25 ruler. You're welcome. Too funny. Oh my goodness. Isn't that nice? Perfect, perfect. Yep. That's how you do that. Just a tiny bit over. If you do it right on the stitch line, it might be a little short. Nothing to die over. You can make up for that in your stitching. But when it all fails, go back to old school. Yes, Jenny, you are absolutely right. Whoop, wrong one. When it all fails, go back to old school. It's important to know how to do that kind of stuff, because every once in a while you end up in a situation like me where you just don't have what you need, right? But so I have all of my 5-inch squares for my HSTs all finished. we ended up with, I can't remember how many, green and whites. And then I have, I got an email from one of y'all yesterday too saying, thank you so much for showing red and green on the pattern. And my 6 green and reds. Yep. So anyway, very handy. There are certainly great tools out there, you guys. You can use those. That's important. But so I saw a comment. You wonder how I get so much done? Just break it into little parts and pieces and just make a commitment to get that part done that day, right? And that's really the easiest way to do that. Just a little bit. So I just took one bite at a time. I got this done. It's hot in here now. My AC's fine, y'all. I got this part done. Now I'm not going to fiddle with this again until Friday, right? So, okay. Oh, the neighbors just fired up their motorhome and they're leaving. Yep. Do I press my seams open as stated in the pattern? I don't, Marianne. I don't. I am not an open seam pressing kind of girl. Nope. You can if you want, but I don't care for it because I want them to nest, right? That's cute. Pamela. Your dad used to fuss at you for your rulers. He knew those tricks. He only told me to collect one set of specialty rulers, and that was to cut borders for a miter. Yeah, that's funny. So anyway, there's that. Now, I need to press out my background fabric. Got a little square background fabric, way too big, but that's fine. We're going to do some stitching this morning. I have got Miss Gypsy here. I've got all my cut pieces with tape on them still from the other day. I'm ready to go with that. And I put everything on the USB. And I got all my threads picked out. I've got my game on today, y'all. Y'all, you know what? I spend at least an hour, maybe an hour and a half every night getting ready for this show in the morning. So I'm doing this in the morning, and then I go about my day and live my life, and maybe I sew some more, and then I spend about an hour in the afternoon and or in the evening, maybe while I'm watching TV or whatever, and I get ready for today, for the next day. And it's kind of a routine that I'm in. That's another way I get stuff done. It's so funny. Both of the ladies at Eclectic Threads told me that they've got kids that are, tweens-ish, 10 tweens, and they want to be YouTubers. But y'all, it's a lot of work. Ask Nancy, she knows. Gifts HQ, she knows it's a lot of work. All right. And I also spent a considerable amount of time going through, let me make sure I have my thread. Going through the embroidery design I had customized in Embroidery and making sure that everything is all ready to go for you guys. Well, Margaret, I appreciate that. She says, we appreciate it. Otherwise, y'all, I'd be just wasting my time. I like being productive, so it helps me. Okay. Yes, Donna, I heard that. Christine was telling me about that. Wicked monsoon storms, thunder, lightning, and hail. Yes, I know. I'm glad we got out of there too. I hope my son doesn't have any damage. All righty. So let me, I want to make sure I can turn this. I have a mat on my table, and I can turn this without causing any kind of anything to fall or drop or any of that. So I usually have my Yazzie mat on here, and I don't today. I'll turn this so you guys can see it. I'm going to go to the pocket for memory and the USB and all the way down. Here it is. How easy was that? Remember last time I was fiddling around with this. Thank you, Chris, for your super sticker. That's very thoughtful, sweetie. I appreciate it. Buy more mats. Thank you. Edit and embroidery. Yeah, that's it. That's the thing. You hang out in here, you're going to learn all kinds of stuff. You never know. we're ready to go. This looks like it wants to do, this is the basting stitch that I put in just to tell me where vertically to put my batting and my background fabric. Now, I am doing a quilt as you go method. This is a little bit different than the instructions tell you, okay? Thank you, Patricia. She says, hit the like button. It helps my channel. Absolutely. If you're watching on TV, please grab the TV remote and hit the up button. Channel up button, not the volume. You don't want to wake up the house. Channel up button. And that works as a thumbs up, or if you're on a smart TV, it might tell you to do something else to do a thumbs up. I'm going to put my foot down and I'm going to run this basting stitch. Hopefully it takes, or is it looks like it's nodding. Awesome. There we go. Good. People tell you to become a YouTuber because you like to teach. Linda, you're hilarious. She said, my head is getting big from the super tips coming in here. Okay, there's that. Now, okay, the next one is the background quilting. So hold on. I'm going to put this on here. So here's my, now, you just saw me flip my batting, okay? This is old batting. I don't know what it is. I think it's a warm and natural or something. Anyway, it's got the bumps on the back. They're like pimples. You want to hide your pimples, so put the bumps down. It's not the end of the world if you don't. Just, it's fine. So I've got my batting to completely cover my line there. And if I turn it, completely cover, oh, almost missed it. There. Oh, my granddaughter, she was making the, that, thank you very much, mug rug from Kimberbell. She was over taping the fabric that she was putting in the hoop. And I said, why are you using so much tape? And she said, Grammy, I didn't put tape and it was on the envelope back. She said that foot got caught up under there and made a big old bird's nest and I had to get that out and I'm not doing that again. I said, welcome to the club. That really freaked her out. I thought that was cute. She was doing it all on her own. And she figured out very quickly about embroidery feet getting hung up underneath our projects. We've all had it happen that are embroiderers, right? We've all had that happen. All right, got half. Let me put my fabric down. I'm going to take a couple of these pieces of tape here because I've got a lot of fabric. And I'm just going to tape that on there. Yeah, that was too cute. I looked at her and I said, ah, yeah. I tell people in my classes that too. Be sure to you want to tape that. Let me see. I don't have much extra here on this. There. Okay. I should have done this the first time. Do it right the first time, Becky. There. And then, believe it or not, when we get finished here, I'm going to continue to do this design. I'll be running around inside the motorhome, getting it ready to travel while this is stitching out. I'm just going to keep going because I got to, put up the bed and get the bathroom ready to travel, all of that. There's a lot of work that goes into getting these coaches ready to go from the inside. Okay, so next is the background quilting. And we're off. So there is not a, I didn't do a basting stitch around. The background quilting has actually got sides that will hold it all down, so it'll be fine. I haven't put the bottom 3 blocks together yet. No, Carolyn. I am going in. Do you hear those big jump stitches? You can hear it. It's doing. and then it speeds up. Okay, so the speed up is the part of the background quilting that can be seen outside of the applique. Those giant jump stitches are hidden stitches that will be behind the applique. Don't remove those jump stitches, you guys. Because there's no tie in and tie out on your background quilting, and they can come loose. You don't want to take them out. So I'm going in order of the instructions. I'll show you guys. Let me pull that up. I need to pull up the, oh, that's making that sound again. Okay. Show you where I'm at here. And okay, so where are we at? We are, okay, we are right here with the placement line for the left half of the pumpkin, and that is that cute little fabric right there. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just following the instructions, and see how it has the tack down line? I think I got rid of those because I'm going to iron them on, right? So I'm getting ready to do that. That's how I'm following along here. Okay. So I need a thread change. I'm going to pull out my piece of my pumpkin here that I need. Did you hear the second AC making noise, KT? It was singing to us again. It's just fine, I imagine. Here it is. Hold this up here. There's my, okay. So I've got my orange threads, and I got to pick one. Nope. No, maybe. That's too dark. This one. This is the one I'm going to use. So I have my thread in a big mug, a big soup mug at the back of the machine. And that's what I use as my thread stand, so that the thread can come up and down out of the mug. And I'm going to tell. Yeah, muggins. We're not golfing. Mulligans. Where do you find the updates? Debbie, I have them on my blog, powertoolswiththread.com. If you just search for Autumn Love, or I have a link below the video in the description box to the updates. You need to get the pattern updates, and you need to get the block size, and that's in the freebie section on RileyBlake.com. So if you just Google Riley Blake pattern corrections, let's see, Riley Blake pattern corrections, you will get that, and it'll come up, and then click on the machine embroidery tab, and you'll find the design changes there, and then go back on the back arrow, and then go to the freebies section, and you will find the final block measurements for all 3 sizes. Okay, I gotta iron this on. Let me see if I can't do this maybe. That's a little better, so you guys can see this and not the instructions so big. Okay. And they fit perfectly, y'all. We cut with 0 inflate. I created the cut file from Embroidery. So if you're new, let me show you. If you're new, pop in the chat and say hi. See that? Okay, there's the placement line or applique position. And I've got videos to show you guys how to create cut files in Embroidery. I'm going to put that on there. There's Heat and Bond Light on the back. Okay. We've got 800 in here. Awesome, you guys. Thank you so much for spending your morning with me. Okay. And next is the placement line for, I should have just jumped ahead and done that one. For the other side of the pumpkin, same thread color. You're welcome, Debbie. Okay. And they fit perfectly, you guys. Close my window. Okay. You don't want to see the instructions? Gotcha. There we go. Was that bothering you, Sharon? I've been over these instructions a couple of times now, so I'm pretty familiar with what's coming when. I studied them really well last night. Y'all, this is so cute. Oh my goodness. And I haven't just started. You will love this method to be able to pre-cut your pieces. What's my average daily viewer count? Cindy, I generally see anywhere between, where I have a stem, got to change my thread color. Anywhere between 1,500 to 2,000 by the end of a day, the first day. And then after that, generally 5,000 by the end of a week on any given video. So each video about 5,000 views, some more. My previous videos that were pre-recorded on exact how-tos, not Stitchuation Room, this one. This is how I match my fabric to my threads, you guys. I just hold up a couple and go, that one will work, you know. That's how I do that. Yeah, it's about 5,000, maybe 6, depending on the project. The ones that I refer a lot, like the ghost video for learning snap-applique, that one's got a bunch. Okay, I'm changing my thread without my glasses, so it's a crapshoot, you guys. Let's see if it's gonna get there. Yeah, Carolyn, she loves watching the chat. So if you guys are watching on replay, and I love my replay crew, you guys are so awesome. You guys are what get my numbers way up, because the morning we only have anywhere between 800 and 1,100, depending on the day, right? When I'm home and doing giveaway Friday, there's 1,100. Ish in the chat. Oh, let me put that back. There we go. Pull this through. There. Donna says that's how she matches her threads too. Yeah. Y'all, I don't get all hung up on matching perfect. Okay. Get you down here. Everything is working just fine. Adorable. Whoop. You didn't need to move. Okay. Next, it's going to do the satin outline for that stem. So yeah, if you're watching on replay, you guys at the top, if you're watching on a laptop or a desktop, at the top, it'll say show chat replay, and you can do that. If you're watching on a phone, it's a little bit different. You've got to tap some dots and slide things. So I've shown that before. While this is doing the satin stitch, I'm going to go dig up a pair of glasses, you guys. Nope, not in there. Very pretty. Yeah, I like the headlight on the iron too, Darlene. It's pretty cute. All right, next is that's weird. It looks like the satin stitch for the outside of the pumpkin, but I don't think that's right. I'm going to go to the needle plus minus, and I got to see. On this smaller machine, you don't get a preview. This is what Callie loves about her larger machine. Let's see, not 10, not 11. There's the placement line for the center of the pumpkin. That was the, that's weird. That's weird. I'm going to do that right here. Like I said, I looked at the instructions and then I have to go back. Typical. Yeah, that finished satin stitch around the center of the pumpkin does not happen until right before the bird or the leaves or something. I can't remember. Let's see. Right before the bird. What am I doing? Pumpkin. Yes, I did, Linda. I gave Callie the SDX 85. Scan and cut. And we cut several pre-applique pieces. She loves it. You do satin on the side pumpkin first. Yeah. I had to go back, Terry, because I got them, well, Embrilliance got them out of order. That's what happened. And I tried to put them back in order, but it's okay. You can jump around. Isn't that cute? That worked out fine. Okay, next is leaves. I'm going to double check that PDF, you guys, because I want to make sure that it's going to, I got to check my stitch order. Let's see. Always better safe than sorry. Right. Before the satin. Oh, before I put on that pumpkin piece, I should have done leaves. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I got everything all out of order, didn't I? Okay. No big deal. The beautiful thing about applique is it's very forgiving. So I'm just going to pull this up. And I don't have any more heat and bond on here now. It might work, it might not, but I need to go back to the leaves. I'm going to go back. I think it was 8. Yeah, right? One more. Yeah. So my final satin stitching on my pumpkin, sometimes you guys, embroidery software, Embrilliance anyway, it'll get stuff out of order. It's weird, really weird. And you have to double check it and then save it and fix it. And I thought I did, but I must have made a mistake. It's okay. Fly by the seat of my pants. Situation normal. It'll be beautiful. You just need to be sure to read the instructions and get it right. Okay. So here's all 3 of my leaves. I have some green thread that I brought out. And leaf. Let's match. That'll work. That one right there. Oh, goodness. Almost done here with you guys. We are going to quit at the beginning of the hour, or at the end of our hour, and then I will finish stitching this while I'm running around getting the motorhome ready to travel. We are off to Wamego, Kansas. Wamego, don't know. Okay. Oh, cut that. There we go. Much better with glasses. I can see. I can't believe tomorrow's Friday already. We have been on the road now since July 2nd. So not feeling homesick just yet. It was really, I love technology, you guys. The guy who's installing our sprinklers in our backyard, he's putting grass in today. He called me yesterday and he said, hey, here's all the stuff that's going on. And he couldn't get his FaceTime to work. So I had camera, right? His camera wasn't working on his phone. And he was trying to show me all these different things in the backyard. And I said, well, hold on. So I pulled up a Blink camera in my backyard and was able to watch him. He's walking around the yard, around the pool and all that. And I was like, okay, pretty neat. Okay, placement line for the top leaf. Pretty neat stuff. Are you out of here, Donna? Oh, you're getting fiber in today. The techie is here. Awesome. That's wonderful, Linda. Good for you. Okay. Trim this. I don't know if all three of these leaves are the same or not. I don't know if they're identical. I've got to trim that. Okay. I wanted to make sure I didn't have any other things here. So I need to see, I've got 3 different leaves. I need to see which one goes where. Okay, that's a perfect match. And, oh, these are rounded. They are not the same. I have the wrong thread color. I need a lighter. Do I? It's fine. So I have a 505 glue stick in my little tools bag. I did like you guys told me, and I gave all my tools. I put all my tools in the one bag. I appreciate that advice. The one that Sandra gave me. This bag right here has all my tools in it. He says she still can't find them. I've got all my stuff together now. Yep. No, I won't have time to stop in Abilene or Chapman. I'm sorry. No. I need to get a hold of Amy Bradley. I wanted to meet her while we were here. What's next? Okay. Wait a minute. What is that? Oh, it's a curly Q. Okay. I'm like, why is that stitching up there? That's weird. Oh, I'm sorry, Jean. She's losing the only quilt shop close to their cabin. Charlene wants to know if I'm making a list of what I need to put in the RV. I have a list like that on my phone. Yes. I have it. It's called Packing List. And I have it so that I can just say, hey, watch lady, please add, or not please, add whatever to my packing list. And it goes on there. That's a really fun feature. I have a packing list and a shopping list. Where's my phone? Right here. So on your iPhone, there's reminders. You can tap reminders. And underneath your reminders, you can go down. It says My List. And you can do Add List. Okay. But under My List, I have reminders. I have shopping. If you call it shopping list, when you add something to it, it'll say, okay, I added such and such to the shopping list. So I just call it shopping, packing, quilt festival, quilt books. Those are a list of all the quilt books that I have. I think I'd have to go through and look. I need to add way more. Rental repairs, stuff for the long arm, show notes, meal planning, pack and brilliance class. So these are all my notes. I need to go through there and clean them up. So on my packing list, there's like 71 things. So I tap that. So here's all the stuff that I need to bring with me when I travel. And I'll just tell it, hey, watch lady, add scan and cut to my packing list. And she'll say, okay, I added scan and cut to your packing list. I do that in the kitchen when I'm cooking if I'm running out of something. So I have onion soup mix, water, kettle, jalapeno chips. Keith likes those. Sour cream, cream cheese, etc. So I just, hey, watch lady, add sour cream to my shopping list. And she's like, okay, I can do that. It's nice. That's very handy. So you're not always running around looking for pieces of paper. I always have this with me, so I try to use it. That turned out adorable, y'all. Look at this. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness. Okay, well, our hour is up. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I appreciate the prayers for safe travel. That's great. Yeah, Carol, I have a cruise list too. It's in there somewhere. But this has been a lot of fun. I'm going to continue to work on this, and I'll show it to you tomorrow morning on our Friday chat. And I hope you guys enjoy your day. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. That is free. No memberships here. Okay. Always lots of stuff going on here. Hope you enjoyed that little 5-inch square trimming tip. Awesome. We will talk to you tomorrow. Y'all go sew something. Bye.